There's some deep questions there. It's an amazing world we live in, where just a book that some kid in England, I wrote it about 11 years ago now as well, can then turn into this. I wrote it just sort of youthful. It was just a youthful whim to see if I could write such a mad book and it still hold together and not fly apart. What's the biggest scope? What's the biggest range of a novel I could do? I just wanted to see if I could do it, just as almost a sort of intellectual curiosity experiment thing. And I did, and to my surprise, the book was successful. It's still the most successful thing I've done. I've laboured harder and longer over other more sensible books, but this one has somehow struck a chord that none of the others have, so go figure. What I will say is that I've never been worried. I've always had great faith in the Wachowskis. I saw the Matrix movies when I was much younger, and the other great films they've done since as well. And if they want to option your book, then you're a lucky writer. And I've always been aware of that. And that's an impression that's only been confirmed with time. I loved it. See, that's one of the things that you can do in a film, which you can't do in a book, because however great a prose stylist you are, you can't put a face in a book. It's made of words. It's the same with music. Books don't have speakers, not yet, anyway. So you can't put music in them. So I love this idea that you can show, just at a facial level, that the main characters in the film are being reincarnated again and again in different time zones. So what you get is a sort of well, the word is actually a matrix of pilgrims' progresses, of characters on ethical journeys through time, just through the faces of the actors. You change the ethnicities, you change the genders, and that makes sense. We won't always be reincarnated in the same skin, of course not. But this is sort of a motif in the book. There's only one reincarnating entity in the book, which is indicated by a particular birthmark. But the Wachowskis and Tom Tykwer, that they amplified this principle so that it extends to all of the characters played by the major actors. And that's just ingenious. Yeah. I find it hard to narrow it down to one, actually. But if I'm allowed to narrow it down to two, then I'll run with two. One is the interconnectedness of cause and effect, and you think you have your own little life, and it runs along its own tracks, especially these days, as families become smaller and as communities become more gated. We think we're islands, but actually we're interconnected archipelagos of islands. Number two, it's about predacity, the way individuals prey on individuals, tribes on tribes, corporations on their host societies, states on the individuals within those states. The mechanics, the electronics of predacity, if I'm allowed to use language like that.